What's up, everybody? It's Lauren with the Witchy Homestead, and I am back with a new message, a new pick a pile reading for you guys. Frankly, I'm really excited to put this video out just because I know that there's a message in here for me as well. And I'm just as excited as you guys probably are if you've clicked on this video anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a few options here of piles to pick through. I'm gonna put 3 different images on the screen here for you guys to pick from, either pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. So take a minute to go ahead and stare at the piles, meditate on them, use your inner knowing. And if you're attracted to more than one, that's okay. Please know that I, even personally, when I watch pick a card piles, sometimes I watch all 3 just because I have a slight inkling there's going to be a message somewhere in there for me. So if there is more than one that you're attracted to, just go with your heart, go with the flow, pick up what is for you and what makes sense, and leave the rest, or come back to it on a different day to watch and maybe it'll hit differently. Thank you guys. I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to figure out which pile suits you best. Okay, I'll see you at your pile. Pile 1, what is up? So, I want to go ahead and say that this message is a little bit shorter than my other ones, but that doesn't mean that it's any less powerful than the other ones. So, when I first started channeling for this reading, I essentially opened an etheric waiting room for spirits to enter and or higher selves of living people. And I wanted to give anything and everything a chance to come through that might have spoken to your younger inner child, younger child self, as a sense of my childhood hero, my idol, the person I looked to for knowledge or found a lot of knowledge and wisdom from the actions they carried out here on earth. So I'm going to go ahead and read off a couple of people that I saw enter this etheric waiting room. The first one was Rosa Parks. The second one was Babe Ruth. And then right after Babe Ruth, we had Elvis strut on inside. And then we had Elton John, Taylor Swift, Mr. Rogers, Bob Ross. And then I just heard simply your neighbor and saw an outline of a person. So this could have been your childhood neighbor growing up that you saw as an idol or became friends with. And that could be a grown up, an adult that you look to for advice, or even just plainly your neighbor. I saw a teacher, and she looked to be a teacher of like youngsters, like I would say below 3rd grade. I also saw a science teacher, and I think it might have been Mrs. Rizzo from the Magic School Bus. I'm not 100% sure. But I also saw Beyonce, and right after her, I saw Selena. So I'm going to go ahead and read off the channeled written messages I have here for you guys from these figures. The first thing I heard was focus, focus, focus. Then I heard, when you believe in yourself, there is no room or concern for what others believe you should be, appear as, act like, or produce. I am not saying don't take criticism. I am saying observe criticism, without absorbing it and or allowing it to taint an original idea. Consider criticism as optional refinement. So, optional refinement. When I wrote that while I was channeling, I was like, wow, I love that. That's amazing. Um, it's up to your discernment to sift through the mud to pick out the parts that will help you refine your product, art, or project. People will always fear of new things. That's natural. People with closed minds, specifically to new experiences, won't grow out of that fear and will justify separation versus diversity. As artists and cultivators, we must accept that finding acceptance for those who enact their free will to maintain ignorance will only help you and to help you to grow and develop faster. So basically what they're saying is happiness and acceptance is a choice. Make the choice to accept even those people who do not want to accept diversity, new ideas, or opinions, okay? Just accept them and say, hey, way to go for using your free will to decide that, even though it's not what I would have picked. Good job, okay? It's not your job to make people love you or even respect you. It's your job to give and demand that from yourself. Just doing that, shifting your focus to you and your greatness, will attract your tribe. And on top of that, I want to add on the life that you desire most. Okay, Pile 1? So now what I want to do, I want to go ahead and get into some tarot. I have some specific questions I have lined out here, and we're just going to ride through those real quick with these tarot cards and clarify, possibly with some oracle cards, and then I'll pull you guys some stickers as well. Okay, childhood hero of pile 1. What energy do we need to step into for healing what needs to be healed, please? What energy does pile 1 need to step into to heal what needs to be healed, please? They're telling me to pull 3. Okay. Okay, so it looks like here the energy we need to step into is speed, action, movement, swift change, manifesting quickly, and quick decisions. Also, self-discipline, opposition, lack of okay, I feel like this is actually the subject. You may have been feeling a lack of direction here. I'm just sitting with this energy really quick. Okay, so pile 1. I feel like these cards are saying that you really need to reparent yourself in a way that is more nurturing rather than disciplinary, okay? There may be another pile here for you. I'm just going to say that before I even get there. Be open to that, okay? But I feel like you need to quickly realize that you are your best support, okay? And that you can find a lot of nurturing in being flexible with yourself, your decisions, and how you approach life. Not everything has to be equationally perfect or how you actually expected it to be. It doesn't have to be that way. And the quicker we we let go of the expectations that we may or may not have had for ourselves, our lives, our jobs, our own healing, the quicker we let go of expectations and bring in nurturing and acceptance, acceptance, the quicker we bring that in, even for those that oppose us, and we see that everybody has free will and there is a way to delegate how to operate with those people in your life, as long as they're not abusive, of course. But nurture yourself, pile one. Instead of saying, oh, I should have did this, I could have did this, I should have gone that way, or XYZ, okay? No, you actually needed to nurture yourself for that big clunky decision that you made, okay? This is your inner child asking you for this. Children aren't pinpoint straight perfect, pile one. Children are messy, fun, clunky, carefree, willing to try until they're taught not to, okay? Let's see here. I'm going to pull a couple more. What is the advice from this hero figure to our inner child? What is the advice? What is the advice from these childhood heroes to our younger selves? Current inner child younger selves. Okay, pile one. So the advice is to let me sit with this a little bit longer to make sure I have a good grasp on this. So I'm seeing this like parenting aspect of you, this parenting side that has expectations because they don't want to replay their past. They don't want to see it reenacted into their future, okay? And what I'm also seeing here is it's your divine birthright to have a reunion between this side of you with these crazy high expectations and this inner child who has no expectations, who just wants to have fun, just wants to try something new for the hell of it, and wants to do it whether they're good at it or not good at it, okay? I'm hearing it's time to get clunky, messy, not perfect, and do it just for the hell of it. Not because you're seeking anything in return or a certain outcome, but just because it feels good. Okay? Yeah, and I'm also being pulled to the rebirth aspect of the Judgment card. It's also forgiving that side of you that has these expectations, because honestly, that's what life does to us, buddy. That's just what life does to us. And it's not for any fault of your own. That's just how Earth is. Earth is freaking hard, okay? I have one more question for the tarot here. childhood hero of pile one, can you let us know what influence this inner child and inner childhood hero energy has over our life? What influence do both of these energies have over our life? Okay, let me sit with this here. So yeah, pile one, what I'm getting here is that this messy, clunky, non-perfect inner child of yours has been pushed to the side and expected to act right. Expected to be a certain way with certain people at certain times because that is the expectation of society and or how you were raised, or expectations placed upon you that bled into your adult life, even through your subconscious actions. You know, you may feel like, oh, we have to have a perfect dinner every night because I didn't have that growing up. Or, we have to have a perfect car, we have to have a perfect house, we have to have this, that, and that. Or, if not even perfect, you're expecting things to be a certain way. And that expectation is not leaving a lot of room for this inner child to make suggestions. Okay. And these expectations keep you defending something that is not in your best interest, I'm hearing. It has its place. It has its place, its purpose, its function, these expectations. And it's actually to teach you that sometimes if we keep expecting a certain thing out of life, it's not going to leave any room for life to give us the unexpected miracles. Okay? Like if you're expecting to live in a certain kind of house and you defend that belief to your core every day, all day, or even a certain kind of functioning relationship, love relationship, or relationship with your children, if you consistently have expectations, tight knit expectations that, hey, for example, I used to believe that I didn't want kids until I owned a house to raise them in. I don't know why. But I don't really believe that anymore. That's a belief that's altered in my life. Why? Because I've seen people raise children that travel, that do amazing things and don't stay stagnant and in one place. So I no longer believe that that's the way to have a successful family, home life, or anything like that. Okay? So hopefully that serves as a good example for you guys to see how defending something like that can keep you from seeing the world for the beauty it has to offer you. You know, how would you know that oranges grow on trees if you don't take a walk and walk by some? You know, it's kind of out of the box example there, but maybe there's a synchronicity or sign in that for you. But I genuinely feel like you need to get loose with it, relax a little bit more, and allow yourself to make the messy mistakes, pile one. Let's get some oracle cards here. Childhood hero of pile one. Let's see, what do I need to ask? What do we need more of to get where our soul wants to go? Childhood hero of pile one. What do we need more of to get our soul where it wants to go? Oh, wow. Star guidance. Okay. Lucky bunny. I feel like that is your inner child, that silly, playful energy. And celebrate. I'm feeling like celebrate yourself, celebrate you releasing these expectations that you have to have X, Y, and Z in order before you can do X, Y, Z. No, actually, you can be balls to the wall silly like tomorrow or tonight, right after this reading. You could go build a fort in your living room tonight and celebrate yourself, not feeling like you have to be perfect, be what society expects, okay? And that's gonna bring you so much good luck in this life in general, okay? And also on the back here, at the back of the deck, bend and be, okay? I feel like this is what you need to do to that parent side of you that's trying to reparent, okay? You need to do it in a different way than what you have been. Okay, it needs to be more fun. It needs to be more flexible. I'm seeing confetti and glitter. It needs to be less perfect. Okay, because you're already perfect, pile one. You're a perfect little snowflake. And you need to celebrate that because that side of you is going to bring in some wild ass manifestations, okay? I'm hearing the stuff dreams are made of. Oh my God. And right under that, pursue your dreams, balance perception, and heart wisdom. So, yeah, pile one. I 100% believe that there's another deck here for you, but no pressure. You can always save it till another day, whatever you want to do. But maybe let me know how this helped you and if it did at all. 2222 on my timer there. So if this did strike a chord with you and make sense or spoke to your soul or gave you some ideas on how to pursue with what you've got coming up, please let me know. I love knowing that I'm on track or I'm doing something right here because I have a very small channel, a very small following, and very little expectations. So I'm gonna pull you guys some stickers. 1 second. Okay, pile one, I got a big handful. And the first one I got was Dream Big. And literally, yeah, being a functional adult every day seems a bit excessive. Okay. Safety third. So basically, throw caution to the wind when it comes to being vulnerable, sharing yourself, sharing who you are. Healthy mind, happy life. I feel like this suppression and like expectations and rules and all this you're putting on yourself is really keeping you in a box that is not good for your brain, pile one. It's just not. And you're gonna feel like I'm seeing an instant pot, and when you finally release the pressure, that's what's going on. And you may not even realize it until you step into like not giving up. Beep. Okay? And then Spirit's saying, but did you die though? This isn't gonna kill you, pile one. It's gonna be really hard to step into this new energy, but you can do it. Sarcasm. The central, I've got a little frizzy there. Okay, let me get that. I can do it. The central element of my personality. And there may be a message in these numbers 16, 18, 20, 62, or these actual elements. The element of sulfur, which is an element that alchemists used way back in the day, actually, to change elements into something else, I believe. But I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Argon, calcium, and samarium. Look those up, guys, and see if anything about them like rings true to you or makes sense or has a synchronicity. Enjoy the little things. I'm hearing like a PB&J. Also, swearing might help. Which I am a believer in swearing, and I know it's controversial and some people don't like it, but I challenge you to evaluate what about it you don't like. Is it the sharing of oneself that makes you feel like it's too excessive to embrace or release? You feel like you may be too much? Anyway, that's an interesting thing to look at. Screw it, let's do it. I only want two things in this world. I want you and I want us. I feel like this is your younger child speaking to you. What is the point in flying if I cannot fly with you? Cut off these wings and carry them with you. I only need them when you are here. I love being me. It pisses off all the right people. You guys got a lot of stickers, guys. We got Lady Boss. This could also be big boy boss energy, okay? No judgment in my house. Let's keep the dumb fuckery to a minimum today. Mental health matters again. You are the whisper I long to hear when the world is shouting. I feel like that's your younger child, like, just please tell me it's okay to act like this when nobody else is. That's all I need. I am a woman. What's your superpower? I also have, I am not qualified to diagnose you, but I have some theories. Hang on, let me overthink this. And I've got Aang from Avatar yelling penguins. So I feel like that's literally all you want to do. But society's like, screw them, Paiwan. Screw them. And be who you want to be. And do what you want to do, Paiwan. Without expecting yourself to do it perfect. Okay? Okay, Paiwan. I hope this helps somebody out there. And if it did, please let me know. It really touches my heart when you guys leave comments, like the video. And if you aren't already subscribed, I would love it if you would join us here. I also have a Facebook group, The Witchy Homestead, WITCHY Homestead on Facebook. I have a profile and a group. You're welcome to join, follow, ask questions. You can email me directly or message me directly if you're interested in a personal reading. But I will never solicit myself to you or DM you first. I will never do that. So, thank you guys for coming to hang out, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye. Pile 2, what is up? Thanks for joining me today. I want to go ahead and start off by explaining a little bit about how I coordinated all of these energies here that I channeled. So, what I did was I opened up essentially an etheric waiting room. and I allow different energies to enter this room, and reveal themselves to me being people you may have honored or held in very high regard or felt were your childhood heroes growing up. And I'm going to read off the people that I saw walk into this room and or energies that entered this room. And I got a name for the first one, and I wasn't sure what to make of it. So if this makes sense, this name to anybody, please let me know. I got the name Marie. And then right behind them, whoever that figure was, I saw a suited man. And as I looked up, I realized it was James Bond. And then right behind him, I saw the cartoon character, the Little Mermaid, walk in on her tail. And then I saw Miss Janet Jackson. I saw the Spice Girls enter after that. And then after them, I saw Robin Williams. And then after him, strolled in Einstein, Albert Einstein. And then right after him, I picked up on the energy and higher self of Lady Gaga, so that may be somebody that you even now possibly hold in really high regard. And then behind her, I saw Pink, the singer Pink, enter the room. And behind her, I saw Biggie Smalls. And then right after him, Tia and Tamara Mari from Sista Sista, if you ever watched that show. And then I saw a figure and I asked my guides, who is this? And they said the pile two sibling. So your sibling, your grandparent as well, and then behind them, someone's dog. And the next one really surprised me and got me very childishly excited. And then it was Avatar Aang. So let's go ahead and read off the messages because it's a few pages of messages they have here for you, pile two. A couple different things they want to ensure we get spoken to your soul. The first thing they said was not wanting to be you, the deep down, silly, goofy, cringy you, is like getting a treasure chest from God and then trying to return it for something else, something reproduced. Even your failures cannot be replicated. The way you flavor them, the components you piece together to even get the catalyst that we call fail, is by no means something that someone else could have cultivated. So even your failures can't be replicated just because of the different elements that you create yourself that go into that. Nobody can make that. So just realize that even your failures are special. And by people saying that your failures are actually wins, that's what they mean. Because literally, nobody can copy your components that you create yourself with your brain, with your heart, with your passion. They then told me those fails are your tools to future excellency. You can't learn the Pythagorean theorem without knowing multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division first. Then you learn the Pythagorean theorem. You are at a cocoon stage. This is where the diamond hardens. Do you think anyone can or should tell a diamond how to escape the turmoil of its uniquely designed pressure? No. Only God has that answer, our Creator. It's sacred, a sacred process of evolution and ascension. And then this took another turn. It said, learn to be a leaf, like a leaf on a plant. A unique, purposeful, yet going with the flow, in the breeze of life without letting it rip you apart. Root, root down when life picks up that pace. Then, in the stillness, take advantage of what is available to you to receive. When you learn how to receive, you learn your values, what you've been valuing, and how to delegate life's advantages to work for you. Being here on earth is hard enough. Doing something as small and as simple as the small steps in how you delegate the challenges given to you will help you take back the reins when you feel you're being taken on a ride in the chariot. I loved when I wrote that. And then the next thing they had me write was, what good is having the American dream when your dreams are neglected, the ones your inner child wants or wanted? The original wrote off by the world around you dreams. The dreams that make your blood pump. The dreams born from summer vacations, popsicles, and adventure. They just showed me a tire swing in my mind's eye. These are dreams that push you versus us being pushed for the promise of security. So instead of pushing yourself 24/7 to achieve societal goals, try to practice delegation on the amount of energy we are sending to keep up, achieve, buy this, look this way physically, or I need this outfit, this house, that car. No, you need passion. Passion behind expending energy, effort, and love on. It's not what you do, but how you do it. It's easy to not stand up for cultivation and these golden dreams when you yourself allow doubt to take over. You have it in you to make a ripple, a wave, a change. You just need to listen to your heart, even if it doesn't make sense. Consider these urges to create, to brainstorm, withdraw and meditate, or even to play in the world around you. A form of a warm-up, a task to loosen your resistance to fun, flow, and desire. And I will tell you, Pile 2, I loved writing your message so much, and it resonated with me as well. So what I'm going to do is use my tarot to go ahead and ask your childhood hero some questions and get some answers. So, without further ado, childhood hero of pile 1. I'm sorry, pile 2. You may have another pile here. Childhood hero of pile 2, can you please let us know what energy we need to step into for healing what needs to be healed? What energy do we need to step into, childhood hero of pile 2? Okay, we've got rest, relaxation, recovery, retreating, solitude, and planning for your future. Again, they're bringing me to like what good is an American dream or an adult dream unless it has soul value behind it. I feel like you have been a little bit burnt out lately with no direction. And you may feel as if when this energy comes in that it's irresponsible to sit and relax and listen to what your soul needs, but I'm going to tell you right now, what's more irresponsible is not listening to yourself, your needs, and your heart and desires. Okay, so inner child of pile 2, what does our inner child want us to know? What does the inner child want us to know? Yeah, I feel like you're resisting giving into the relaxed, fun, carefree side of things because you feel you have to adult. And they're saying that's not going to get you where you want to go, continuing to believe that you need to act a certain way or you need to get certain things done or like you always have to be in action, okay? It's not it's not doing good things to your psyche. I myself am feeling a bit like just confused. And this isn't from the reading, it's because of the energy I'm picking up on. I'm feeling like firing at all pistons instead of having an easy night's dinner. And like saying, you know what, we are going to just have fun with this instead of make it hard, make it all adulty and difficult. Not everything has to operate in this box of what society expects, what adult you expects. Childhood hero of pile 2, what is the advice for stepping onto our highest timeline available to us? What is the advice from our childhood hero to step onto? Okay, we had the Queen of Wands in reverse come out. What 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 else is the advice from our childhood hero of pile 2? What else is the advice of our childhood hero for pile 2? Yeah. So self-respect, you guys, self-respect can look like a lot of different things, okay? It can look like you not pushing yourself past your available energy for the day. If you get off work and your energy is like shat on, it's 0, and you're expecting yourself to still get in the kitchen and cook a healthy meal, give yourself a break, pile 2. Be selfish. And on the side of this, your natural confidence is a talent that you can call on always. Take action on your ideas. I feel like there's a deep down voice inside of your head as well. And it says things like, oh, it would be easier if we did this meal tonight and then I would have a couple minutes to just like breathe and do what I want to do and go paint because I'm not going to spend 2 hours cooking food or whatever. That's what you need to do, pile two. Give yourself a break. And in doing that, you're going to be handing yourself some self respect as well. Some respect for the kind of experiences you have versus forcing another knife into your own back when you're already down, pile two. Yeah, and then under here it's lack of energy. Pile two, please. I don't care what it looks like for you, but please, when you don't have it in you and you're aware, you know when you don't have it in you and you still keep pushing. Sometimes that's a great quality to have. Other times that quality is not ideal or conducive to healing, and it's actually resisting your healing that you're trying to do. Let's Vader, let's pull some oracle cards here. What other advice is there from our childhood heroes for pile two, please? What other advice is there from our childhood heroes for pile two, please? Okay, motivation. I love this card. Look, it looks like somebody's inner child just happy to not have to be perfect for the first time in a long time, I'm hearing. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. But I feel like this is a different type of action. The action of standing up for yourself. The action of going to sit outside for a little bit and not have anybody bother you. The action of caring for yourself, pile two. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. Like I said, you know, you think about it sometimes. You think about withdrawing your energy is what I'm hearing. Do it. It should be a privilege for people to access you. Pile two is what I'm hearing. What is the additional advice here for pile two from their childhood hero, please? This is also divine feminine energy that they're asking you to step into, okay? Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Like I said, please stop. Like, please just do what your heart wants instead of what your head wants. I'm hearing for the next week and see how you feel. And it's going to be hard. You're going to have to coach yourself and remind yourself, like, I don't have to put my energy out like that today. I could keep some for myself and do this fun thing. And they're saying, please do it. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, they're saying no more in this deck. Where do you want me to go next? The inner child deck. Okay. What other advice is there for pile two? Pursue your dreams. Pace yourself. Lucky Bunny. Every time this comes out, it reminds me that your guides, your spirit team, your angels are there for you, but this is more so for me speaking right now. They're shifting gears and telling me that this action that we're talking about taking, which is more of a withdrawal of energy in the world around you and to give back to yourself, will bring you a lot of luck, pile 2. And what else from the childhood hero for pile 2? The gift of giving. So I feel like, yes, okay. I feel like this is you, ready to give back to everybody else all the time, but it's time to give back to yourself. Pile 2. You're not Santa Claus. Okay? And then once you shift how you're expending yourself, you're going to have so much more to offer. I'm hearing ideas of how other people can pull back their energy and feel okay about it, because people need that right now. Okay? And yeah, bet on you. Isn't this the pile that had Elvis? Let me see. No, I think pile 1 had Elvis, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, big Elvis vibes here. Bet on you. Instead of standing there like this, you need to be like this. It's a privilege to access me. And yes, I have carrots, but that doesn't mean that you're entitled to my carrots. I'm entitled to my carrots. Okay, pile 2, let's pull you guys some stickers. I've got hello. I'm trying my best. In a gentle way, she can shake the world. Caution, colorful language ahead. A mind like hers should be listened to and learned from, but not controlling the world around you, pile 2. Okay? Never have I been a calm blue sea. I have always been a storm. Be brave, be wild, and stay forever hungry for art, love, knowledge, and adventure. Everything's possible if you've got enough nerve. So I had to like read this one close up because it's so small. Even on the day we met, it felt as if we knew each other for every yesterday we had ever known. I feel like that's different sides of you waiting to be embraced. This slower paced relaxation energy. There is a side of you, like the divine feminine side of you. I feel like that's definitely her talking, and this bitch needs ice cream. And a couch. Mental health matters. And then we've got Merry Christmas, my first flamethrower. I feel like this is going to be you guys learning how to set boundaries, call your energy back, and wield it in the right way. Because once you pull your energy back, you're going to be re-energized, pile 2. Positive energy. the morning ritual. They're saying, like, yeah, what is your morning ritual? Do you just wake up and like an army soldier, just go off and get to work? Or do you have something that makes your inner child feel better about having to deal with all the crap that is festering inside? Do something fun in the mornings to at least pursue your dreams a little bit, pile 2. We've got Sarcasm Queen. A certain darkness is needed to see the stars. And we've got Stargazing. Be easy to love, hard to break, and impossible to forget. Y'all got a lot of stickers. But we joke and laugh, otherwise we would start screaming. Be optimistic. Remember that nobody cares. And that's not about you, that is about the outcome. So really examine your expectations as an adult and remember that truthfully, nobody cares. We're all just trying to do our best for ourselves, and some people will always be stuck in the mindset that they have to live in accordance to what society expects of them. She loves moonlight and rainstorms and so many other things that have soul. You are doing great. I feel like that's specifically from your spirit team. I am just here for the booze. Be okay with people booing you, basically, and saying, boo, you didn't get this done, boo, we have to eat PB&Js for dinner again, boo. I do not give a F, okay? This has been you. Wake up, kick, and repeat. But you're going to believe that you can find some peace, and so you will. Okay, pile 2? Keep going. Keep looking for those cracks and crevices that you can force your soul's desire on and say, hey, no, I'm doing this tonight for myself and I'm sticking to my word. Okay? Be a little selfish. Just try it. Well, guys, if this helped anybody out there, I would love to know how. You can leave me a comment. You can like the video, or if you're new here, you can subscribe. All of those things help me out immensely, and I genuinely appreciate every single person that gives me the time to let me read them. So thank you for that. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can reach out to me directly at the Witchy, WITCHY, homestead at gmail.com. I also have a Facebook group you're welcome to join in on, the Witchy Homestead. And I also have a Facebook page if you want to just follow me and get updates on when I post new videos and whatnot. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye. Pile 3. What's up? So, what I'm going to do is explain a little bit about how I got, I set up the energy for today for channeling all of these different people. Essentially, I set up an etheric waiting room. I allowed my guides to bring in energies that would correspond with your childhood heroes, idols, people you may or may not have looked up to as a child for advice, guidance, structure, anything of the sort. These are people that you may have really respected as a child coming in to help you today. So essentially, the first person I saw walk in was personally one of my idols and heroes, and that was Chef Gordon Ramsay. And then behind him, I saw a monk style figure come in the room, and I'm not sure what their name was. I didn't get a name, but I heard teacher, possibly even a coach or like a taekwondo teacher, anything like that. Let me know if that resonates with somebody out there in the comments. And then I had a choir teacher enter the room. And then behind them, I had the very popular figure Judge Judy enter the room. Behind her, I had the Pooh Bear, like Winnie the Pooh, enter the room. And behind them, I saw the Long Island medium, Teresa Caputo, enter the room. So I was kind of fangirling at all of these people. Um, and then I had the energy of Paula Abdul. And then a person that I'm familiar with, but I'm not sure about anybody else if they know who she is, but her name is Tabitha from Tabitha's Salon Takeover. She's a very strong woman. Um, and behind her, I had an older woman come in the room, like somebody's grandmother, possibly, that was crocheting. And then I saw the dad from Full House. I think it was Bob Saget. And then I saw Julia Child behind him. And then I saw Raven Simone from That's So Raven and Cheetah Girls. And behind her, things started to get really fun. Behind her, I saw the Backstreet Boys entering the room, the NSYNC guys, because you can't have Backstreet Boys without NSYNC. You just can't. And then Britney Spears, and then someone's father behind her. Of course, behind her. But anyway, all of these energies, I could be channeling somebody that's past, just somebody that you really honored, looked up to, cherished, had nostalgic feelings with, and or people's higher selves that we're channeling today to relay a message, because their higher selves know about the weight they hold, okay, here with us, especially getting us through our childhoods. And what they wanted to talk to you about first was perfectionism. They had me write a question. Do you believe that the world's first wine, bread starter, or Guinness World Record breaking achievement was found, discovered, or cultivated from perfectionism? It wasn't. Accidents, trials, and being willing to try is what opens the door to a new definition of perfect. Don't let your innately high standards tear down your efforts at trying new things, new relationships, having vulnerability, or adventures in life. When we have high standards, usually we have experienced something or multiple somethings, and we've had multiple experiences that push us and our ego to strive for an alternative that we perceive to be better. Over time, long periods of having high standards, expectations, can turn into armor. We can see these standards, expectations, and deal breakers as protection, subconsciously. Tempering our expectations allows room for the universe to provide us miracles and evolution. We can even expect people to display certain personality traits or expect a person to be a certain way before we allow ourselves to be vulnerable or giving to that person or to ourselves. Rejection is worth it, pile 3. It's worth it to be ourselves. Lower these expectations and focus on releasing your hopeful, playful, silly, and loving side. Sometimes it's not all about being practical. And I got a little personal here. The reason that I love doing readings and showing myself in this vulnerable way is because it's a way for my expectations to be dropped. I never know what to expect here with you guys. It's a way to let my soft side shine. Anyone can easily bash me for doing this, and I'm susceptible to that 1000%. But in the end, I opened my heart, I tried to help somebody, and I let that side of me that wants to experience connection do that. They say to soften, to do things that make you feel connection in whatever modality your heart clings to, and do not bully yourself for trying. In turn, zoom out on your dynamic with expectations. This will help you see through the fog on multiple situations. It's going to help you see how you're showing up. Are you being a hall monitor to the life around you, or what's being offered to you because of high expectations? Are you over analyzing the world around you because of a subconscious expectation that you want to live your life in relationships a certain way or what they should look like? For example, when you see faults or mistakes, even trivial fun of art, when you don't meet an expectation that you're picturing, you might beat yourself up, hold yourself to the point where if you could get up and walk away from your own body and leave yourself behind, you would, for not meeting your own expectations of what you were trying. Like, I didn't do this good enough, so I'm not an artist. Okay? That's not true, pile 3. It's just not. And it's mean. So, if we treat ourselves that way, of course we treat the world around us that way. Breaking up, blocking, ghosting, cutting off the events, ideas, people, relationships that we see as not meeting our expectations. Throwing away the art that is in someone else's eyes beautiful because you tried something they couldn't. Maybe even tried something no one else knows how to do. Do not let expectations developed out of fear define your limits or abilities ever. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot, some oracle cards, and some stickers for you guys from your childhood hero. Childhood hero of pile 3, what energy do we need to step into for healing what needs to be healed, please? What energy do we need to step into for healing what needs to be healed, please? Okay, ambitious, being brave, truth-seeking is really standing out to me as well. What else do we need to step into, childhood heroes of pile 3? I I feel like that truth seeking is definitely seeking out the truth of why you believe what you believe, and the truth of how being flexible and open to changes and that might honestly be better for your life, your anxiety levels, your job, whatever it is. Keeping an open mind, open heart, and really evaluating yourself and why you believe what you believe. What else do we need to step into? Childhood heroes of pile 3. Preparation, foresight, enterprise, expansion, moving forward. But I don't think when this guy planned to move forward, he thought it was going to look like that, you know? Just this body language, like, oof. You know? So, moving forward without these, I'm hearing adult expectations. I'm hearing, where is the love? Childhood heroes of pile 3. What other energy do we need to step into, please? Personal transition, unfinished business, emotional baggage. I feel like this emotional baggage is just simply you not wanting to let yourself cut loose, you not wanting to do XYZ because you have work on Monday and you need to be the star employee. I wonder, like, what would happen if you stop justifying these things that are holding you back from having fun and or releasing and just like not feeling pressure or anxiety for a moment. Like, what would happen? Pile 3. I'm hearing like worry and anxiety about achieving what society wants you to achieve has become a personality trait that you don't even want. So, spirit guides and childhood heroes of pile 3, can you please let us know what we need more of to get where our soul wants to go? What do we need more of to get where our soul wants to go? Oof. And the quote on the side is, better to know the truth than to live a lie. Pile 3, it's better to live a life that gave back to you versus working your life away to give your life away to something that isn't making a difference. I feel like that's going to be your energy if you continue to poo-poo your dreams and continue to push your ambition for that dreamy, Piscean, scorpionic, creative energy to the side, pile 3. And that's not what you're purposely doing, but this is your childhood hero and your spirit guides coming through today saying, hey, we see this is happening. We're trying to tell you what's going on, but this is a very deep and transitional type of message, pile 3. And it's going to take you evaluating yourself, what you're believing in. Why do you believe that you have to have X type of job? Why do you believe that you have to make so much money? Why do you believe what you believe? And I think asking yourselves those questions will reveal that you've been caring a lot about how you are perceived in society, in your relationships, in your home. Like, your home is your safe haven. That is where you should be able to be quirky, loosey goosey, not so much I've got to do this right on time. I've got to, schedule, plan, control. Yeah, your inner child is really begging you to let loose. They're pulling me to this quote: be mindful what you take with you when you move away from your problems. So, for example, if you grew up in a really tumultuous dynamic with parents, friends, anything like that, it's likely that you develop some beliefs because of your experiences there with them. Do you really want to believe that you need the same things that your father and mother needed? Because you don't. Or even your heroes, Just because Gordon Ramsay had X, Y, and Z, or just because Biggie Smalls had money, it doesn't mean that you need it. You are your own person, and you aren't meant to be shoved into a mold. What is the influence of this inner child and childhood hero over the lives of the people watching Pile 3? How does this childhood hero energy influence the day-to-day lives of Pile 3, please? Queen of Wands. Courage, confidence, independence, focused, zest for life, determination, and joy. Your natural confidence is a talent you can call on always. So, you tapping into that nostalgic childhood hero energy, and what would my childhood hero tell me to do in this situation, is really going to bring you courage and confidence on moving forward and into a place that you're not allowing yourself to go into right now. Because I know it's hard to venture new waters. It's never easy. What does our inner child want us to know? What does our inner child want us to know about this? I'm hearing that you working to release this zest for life energy, this creative, fun, inner child, moldable, flexible, fun energy with joy is something that cannot easily be taken, touched, or tarnished, because you're sitting on a new foundation now. You're sitting on a foundation that adult you has built that will not let anybody touch them. Okay, so you have a better set of delegation skills, discernment skills. This is self-mastery, Pile 3. This is what it looks like. It doesn't look like doing the structured, correct thing all the time. Sometimes self mastery is moving away from a place that really hurts you and saying, hey, I can still have fun. I can still create joy. I can still create a safe place for me to be who I want to be and not who everybody else wants me to be. I'm sorry, pile 3, I'm getting a little emotional. This is what real self-respect looks like, pile 3, okay? I want you to know that. Let's get some final advice from our oracle cards here. Childhood hero of pile 3, can you please give us some additional advice here on what will help us get to where our soul wants to go? Pure intention. This is like the intention of a child. Joy, happiness, and purity of heart. The Fairy of Manifestation will help you use your wishes wisely, manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. They're saying evaluate your beliefs, your intention behind these beliefs, you know. What else do we have from our childhood heroes for pile 3? Okay, I accidentally pulled 2 here. So we've got magical blessings. I'm hearing all 3 of my personalities. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. Once you self-master this ability to not believe that you have to have this type of job, this type of car, this type of house, this type of foundation, okay, you're going to be able to help others figure out what their beliefs are and why they surround them. And all of us have different abilities to speak to different people's souls in different ways. Okay, pile 3. Wait for winter. During the colder months, the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. Yeah, so again, evaluate your intentions and what you're doing and why you're persisting, why you're working so hard, or why you're even ghosting, breaking up, or whatever. What is the true intention of what you're doing? Is it to run away from your feelings? Is it to run away from expectations that you no longer want to hold yourself to? It could be, that could help you figure out, I'm hearing commitment issues. Okay, I dropped one. And it's manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. So I feel like they are saying, once you realize, hey, I've been working so hard to be the perfect employee, the perfect son, daughter, the perfect wife, the perfect mom. Once you realize that and see the cracks in where you've been applying your energy in your life, it's time to decide where you want to take this thing. Where do you want this car to go? Where do you want this vehicle of your life to lead you to? And to write it down. And if your choices, decisions, and where you're applying your energy, time, and effort to does not match that, it's time to ask yourself some further questions. I'm going to pull, they're saying pull 2 from the Inner Child deck. Okay. Childhood Hero of pile 3. What further advice do we have for pile 3? Fertile foundation. Okay, so we can see the difference here in those carrots. I feel like this one was grown with passion, desire, and I'm hearing the added ingredient of the spice of joy and inner child dreams. And this one is like society's carrot, okay? The reproduced carrot, the carrot that is reproduced, sold in stores, the cookie cutter carrot. Curiosity. Yeah, again, evaluating yourself to say, hey, why do I want that car? Why do I want to run away from this or this relationship or every time this happens? You know? And pursue your dreams. Pile 3, I know you can do it because I've been there and I'm currently doing it as well. And if embracing yourself, if embracing yourself and who you really are down at your core was easy, anybody and everybody would do it. But we're just not there yet. Society is not there yet. But I'm hearing it is time for you to be there. You're not late, but it's time for you to start working on your pentacles, your foundation, your joy, and moving away from having these really high expectations of your life, the outcome of your life, all of that. Because the best, this is my cat getting involved here, the best things happen when we don't expect or see them coming. Right, Vader? Okay, guys, I am going to go ahead and pull you guys some stickers. Let's see what we got for you today. Come on, Vader. You are a torrential downpour of all my forbidden longings. I feel like that is this shadow part of you that has been pushed down and wants to just come out, create, scream, do all of the fun things that they're not allowed to do because you tell them, I'm too busy, I have to do XYZ, I've got to do this for this deadline, or I need to have a perfect meal cooked for my children, or whatever it is. Being a functional adult every day seems a bit excessive, and it is. It is. Goals. Oh, I offended you with my opinion. You should hear the ones I keep to myself. I love being me. It pisses off all the right people. And then we've got, you're my chosen one. So I feel like this is what that part of you is going to feel like once you finally start making decisions based off your desires and not the world around you's desires. mental health matters. Following, I'm hearing the stamped guidelines of society. As much as they promote mental health, they aren't really promoting mental health, okay? Again, mental health matters. Books may be significant for you right now. You are stronger than your trauma. Again, pile 3. You are stronger than your trauma. Making new friends. I feel like that's definitely this shadow, childish side of you that's just waiting to be like, oh my God, it's okay to be me. It's okay to paint and make a mess. It's okay if my house isn't perfectly cleaned every day. It's okay. Yes, it's okay, pile 3. And then we've got be easy to love, hard to break, and impossible to forget. You may have, like I said, you may have multiple piles here. Wake up, kick ass, and repeat. I feel like this was in another deck, but I do feel like this is actually going to be you once you release the side of you that has been confined to this cookie cutter mold. Okay? Well, pile 3, I really hope this helped somebody out there. And if it did, I would love to know. I would love to know how this resonated with you or if it helped you in any way. And if it did, I would personally really appreciate it if you liked, commented, or even subscribed if you're new here. If you're new here, welcome. Also, if you want to come and hang out in my Facebook group, I have one under the name The Witchy, WITCHY Homestead. I post all kinds of things in there and I allow my viewers to suggest things, post as well. But above all, community is really important, okay? So if you want to come hang out with us, you are more than welcome to do that over there. And if you're interested in a personal, my email for that is thewitchyhomestead@gmail.com. And I am available for those, so you're welcome to reach out or instant direct message me. But I only have those accounts and will never message you first. Okay? All right, pile 3. Thank you so much for being here and have a blessed rest of your week.